Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is Zombies Storyline Unanswered Questions. So, a lot of you may actually not know there are quite a bit of questions that absolutely 100% have not been answered. Okay? First question being, where exactly did the zombies come from? Now, I know a lot of people who follow the storyline, not incredibly closely, but just enough to know the storyline, you would simply say, oh, Dr. Maxis and Richtofen created them. In reality, believe it or not, that is not the case. So, there was actually room for a second story if Black Ops 2 were to say, I don't know, go back to World War II with, the 4 Marines, which, whatever. 4 original Marines, not the ones with Tank Dempsey, but there were 4 other original Marines that fought Nocturne and Totten and all died, which is why Tank Dempsey was sent in to basically, with another group of Marines, to because the first batch failed, is basically what it is, or what that was all about. So, unanswered questions, that's one of them. Where the hell did the zombies come from? And who was controlling them before Samantha? Now, once again, it may come a shock to you to know that almost, I would say, a full year, maybe even, Samantha had not had any control over the zombies, because if you look at the timeline of everything in Verrückt, the year is like, just for reference, I'm not sure the exact, we'll say 1990 or 1944, 1945, somewhere in there. I believe it's 1942, maybe. Somewhere in there. It's before the radios and dairies. That's all I know. If we can assume that whatever happened in between these segments, Samantha was still alive. She was not controlling the zombies. That is 100% set in stone. Once again, I don't even know if Treyarch knows the own story they wrote, because it seems like everyone's got this broad view of pretty much this. Richtofen and Dr. Maxis created the zombies. Samantha died, took control, took revenge. 4 characters survived. Richtofen and Samantha switched places. That's the whole broad story. In reality, you don't know where the 115 came from. We still don't know. We believe it's the Tunguska event. That's the only hint we have. Unanswered questions. Who exactly is Samantha? People call her Samantha Maxis. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anywhere in the entire Nazi zombie storyline does it say her last name is Maxis. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel as though it had to come from somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure. I just don't remember seeing it. Maybe that's what it is, and I haven't played zombies in a long time. Another thing to note is, why the hell was she at the Darius base? Okay, if you watch Solid Snake, Solid Snake, I'll put his name in the description so you can look up his videos. If you look up his entire zombie storyline, pretty much everything I'm asking you right now, or putting out there as unanswered questions, is exactly what he's basically asking, or basically comes across anyways. So what happened to the Illuminati is another crazy fact. Where did they go? Where are they? They've kind of been in the background of the whole Nazi zombie story, but where are they? Another thing is, I already talked about 1-5, Samantha. Okay, Tank Dempsey, what's his past? How did he get thrown into all this mess? We don't have any 100% definitive proof, like I said. What's his side of the story? Maybe he'll regain all of his memory and everything. and go from there. So, when looking at unanswered questions, there's a lot to look at, but it's, really, even the fact of time travel, there wasn't even a definitive, this is how they time traveled. It was a wonder waff. It overloaded. That isn't even set in stone. Like I said, it's not somewhere where it's like, it was a wonder waff DG2 or even the DG3. Because I believe when the game started, he's like, oh, I didn't believe the teleporter had time travel. The something must, if he says the DG2 must have overloaded it, then that would make sense. But as far as I know, I don't think he actually states it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I haven't played Zombies in so long. I just know a lot about the story. Which is kind of funny to say, because I don't even know if Rick Toppin even talked about the DG2. Which may explain why he can give it to you in Call of the Dead, because he's had it all this time. And since it is upgraded and everything, that's probably why they keep getting teleported to crazy-ass fucking places, except for Shangri-La and Moon, because he doesn't have the Wonder Rock DG2 anymore, so all those can be basically in the same day, even. So, Super Soldier, what makes Tank Dempsey and the rest of them super soldiers? A lot of people would say, okay, well, they're immune to 115. That doesn't make you a super soldier. That just makes you not turn into a zombie when you're dead. And maybe that's even not true. But I don't know. There's a lot of unanswered questions that they could simply answer with a whole new fucking storyline. And maybe they're doing this with Black Ops 2, and I really, really hope they are. Zombies has its own segment now. Treyarch specifically stated it. All they need to do is go back to fucking World War II, go back to Nocturne and Todd, not, entirely, but start off. The beginning cutscene is, you're in Nocturne and Todd, you get away, the first 4 Marines, and I think at the beginning of this video I said they died. Let's say they didn't die, and they got away. And they piece together, okay, we gotta get back, when he gets here, and they figure out, okay, well, Tank Dempsey's being sent in, oh, he's captured. And then it's kind of like this long process where, in reality, they're trying to catch up with Tank Dempsey, but they can't exactly. And so they're going to random places, and eventually the two stories kind of meet in a very maybe not anticlimactic, maybe they don't even meet. That would be better, actually. It should just be these 4 Marines telling their own story, their own thing, through cinematic things before each game, or DLC. When you start up each map, it should tell you, this is what happened between this map and this map. That way it just adds that much more flavor into it, so you can piece together the story more efficiently. And, leave out questions in between each Marine. Give them their own profiles, just like our original 4 characters. Tell us a little bit more about the characters. But I believe this is it for this video, because I'm kind of going off track, and there's not really anything else I can think of that has been unanswered anyways. So that's it for this video, so I hope you enjoyed. So like, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up this video really helps my channel grow, because people see, oh, 100%, that must be a good video. So that's it for this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.